So, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about grappling, specifically Grapple Queens. So, obviously, Grapple Kings promotion is obviously putting on a historic all-female show. And obviously, they've changed the name for the night from Grapple Kings to Grapple Queens. So, it's only fitting they did change the name because we're going to have some of the best female grapplers from all over are going to be descending in Ireland on this Saturday, the 3rd of September. Now, it's going to be at the Dunny Mace Art Centre in Portlaoise, so just southwest of Dublin. I think it's about an hour outside Dublin, I believe. So, as I say, it's going to be a great event. We're going to have, obviously, a lot of singles matches are going to be on the card. There's going to be a purple belt 8-women tournament and obviously a blue belt 8-women tournament on that as well. So, some great grapplers. I mean, see if you look at the lineup already, the lineup looks absolutely stacked from start to finish. So it's going to be a really, really good night for female grappling. Not just female grappling, but grappling in general. So now, anybody looking for tickets, head over to either the Grapple Queens or Grapple Kings Facebook page, and you will get the ticket details directly from there. And also, it's going to be live on Fight TV. So obviously the pay-per-view. So again, we'll announce the pay-per-view, obviously pricing and stuff like that at the end of this interview. So my next guest then is going to be on the show that night. So Caroline Plumley, Aberdeen Combat Centre. So Caroline's one of the women, certainly in Scotland. She's been around for a number of years. And she's definitely been one of the kind of pioneers for female grappling in Scotland, because as I said, she was doing it long before, obviously, a lot of people were doing it. So a lot of people got to see, obviously, her epic battles between her and Erin Beaumont over the years. So, so yeah, definitely one person that I always love seeing. Caroline, love seeing her out there competing because she enjoys it. She enjoys it more than a lot of people do. So, but Caroline, listen, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak to me.
Good to be on. Good to be on.
Yeah. How's everything going? Obviously in the gym at the moment.
Good, really good. Just obviously everything is sweaty just now. It's like 20 degrees here and we've got a paddling pool going on, so hence the delightful look. But this is pretty normal for me.
That's like, I mean, you do a lot of stuff. I mean, not just MMA, wrestling, jiu-jitsu and so on. So, and you like to put yourself out there and amongst everything. So,
100%. Yeah, everything helps everything else. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you're training will help the grappling. The grappling will help the MMA. Whether it's Muay Thai, whether it's wrestling, there's always something to link everything together. Yeah. I think if you don't multi-train, I think you're missing out on a hell of a lot of things if you just stick to one. Obviously, stick to, if it's BJJ that you just do, it needs to be your main one. But stand up. We start standing up, don't we?
Yeah. Yes. Well, it depends on what gym you go to. It depends on what gym. So, but
we walk on and meant to stand up. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I remember I always trained at started off at Gracie Barra, and everything they did was from the knees. And obviously, I remember going into a comp, very first comp, thinking, "Why are we standing up? Why are we not on the knees here? Come on!" So, but yeah, I mean, as I said, standing up. I mean, yeah, right. I mean, that's the things you could take things from. Different things like wrestling. Obviously, people are doing a lot of wrestling just now. People are doing a lot of judo. Even like you talk about Muay Thai, like feet movement and stuff like that works well for obviously that we do as well. Just kind of slight movements and so on, boxing and so yeah, as you said.
In the gi, we have a gi, and if somebody's going to grab my neck, if I know how to block something, you're blocking from coming in the gi. It all crosses over.
Yeah.
But only if you want it to. If you go in single vision thinking this is Muay Thai, this is wrestling, and you don't sort of bring it all together or see where it's coming from, you're sort of stuck, aren't you? You're one-dimensional. Yeah. And I do know people that train that will only train a certain thing, and there'll be things done in classes and they don't do it. And it's like, well, why are you not doing it? That's not my game. But what if it's your game?
Yeah, Yeah, no, you're 100% right. That's the thing I love about you. I mean, you'll put yourself out there because obviously we saw you. You went to the EMAs recently, and then going to the EMAs, you were supposed to be on Goliath. Obviously, unfortunately, that fell through. And then so one week we'll see you in an MMA fight. The next week we'll see you in a jiu-jitsu match, and so on and so on. So it's hard to keep up with you sometimes.
You just got to keep going. If it's on, do it. It's a good laugh. I find that I go to these things. I love the atmosphere. I mean, you do get people that go and you're a bit like, but most people, you're up for a laugh. It's a jiu-jitsu match, and this is probably going to get me into trouble, but nobody gives a shit. Do you know what I mean? You're there, you're on the mats for 5 minutes. I mean, you know yourself, me and Erin, we're very good friends off the mats. But you get us in a match, that 5 minutes, there's going to be utter fucking carnage happens, and then we'll get off and we'll have a hug.
Yeah.
She's punched in the face, the whole shebang. I've probably done some really horrific things to her as well. But that happens on the mats. Once you're off the mats, it's a good laugh. Do you want to go for food afterwards?
Yeah.
I think sometimes people get far too caught into, oh my God, what if I lose? Oh my God, what if I do this? Oh my God, what if I do that? What do you do? Once you've picked up your medal or you've walked off with your loss, that's it. It's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You stick a post on Facebook. Once that's gone up, nobody cares after that. Well, so just go in and have a laugh. You know, this is my social life. This is my fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell us as well. I mean, as I said, people that don't know Caroline, every time Caroline comes to an event, there's always she always puts on a show in regards to like the walkout. We saw recently at SGI, came out in a yellow gi, and every time you go to a show, it seems that what you're wearing is definitely part of the Caroline Plumley show.
Yeah, definitely. And for this time, I'm rocking Eric's gear, which I absolutely love. I've got to admit, his shorts are amazing. So I'm rocking the Eric stuff this time. Haven't got anything too stupid, but I was sure to find something.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was told that wasn't acceptable.
Listen, we saw the fingernails. Obviously, you got the fingernails.
Yeah, they match my shorts for this time.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, we love that. I mean, that's what we love about you. As you come out, I mean, you'll put on a show. You'll definitely put on a show. It's serious, as you say, when you step in for that 5, 6, 7, or 8 minutes or whatever. But obviously, it's all about having fun. It's all about enjoying yourself.
Don't believe if you're not having fun, what's the point in being there? Do you know what I mean? I think people get, oh, you've got to hate your opponent. Fuck that. I 100% respect my opponents. I only get a fight because they're there. I want to go all out on me because it means I can go all out on them. Once that's done with, it's done with. Even with the MMA fights, I mean, you get the people come out. I came out with my bear song. I was having a whale of a time. Once I stepped in that cage, I've got to admit the face changed and I looked like a absolute psychopath. Yeah. But most of it around it, I mean, even to the staff and everything, people take time out of their day. A lot of people don't get paid backstage. You're talking referees and helpers and whatnot. They're there to have fun as well. And I do sometimes see people and you're like, come on, just, relax. Smile on your face.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm the same. I'm the same. I remember Marcos always saying to me, Stoom, you need to get into this. And I'm like, mate, I'm just here to enjoy myself. Do you know what I mean? So I go over to Portugal or something in Lisbon and I'm like, mate, it's just a holiday. It's a holiday. No, you need to be serious.
Holiday and you get to fuck people up.
Yes. We got a quick comment coming in there from Grace, just saying language, mum. Normally it's the other way around. Normally it's like the mums or dads are watching and saying, oh, what's your language? Do you know what I mean? But this time we're getting Grace giving you a telling off.
That would be my youngest.
So hi, Grace. I hope all's well. So tell us about Grapple Queens then. So Grapple Queens, as we said, is going to be very historic. As I said, Ireland's first ever all-female grappling event. So it was very fitting that they changed the name, because obviously all their promotional stuff's all Grapple Kings. But obviously for this one event, they've changed everything to Grapple Queens. And yes, we talked about the female grapplers are going to be on it across all belt levels. I think the youngest matchup, the two 15-year-olds, are going to be on the card. So two absolute phenomenal kids are going to be on there, right up to obviously black belts and so on as well. So how did you find out, Caroline, you were going to be on it?
I got an email I got a message on Instagram. I think I posted come up a few months ago now, and I put in interest, and then nothing, and then I just got a message saying, right, we've got an opening spot in the tournament, the under 66. That's a bit more than I weigh, but yeah, let's go for it. So I'm hoping that they're a bit lighter than that, but we'll see.
Yeah. It's an awesome 8 women. I was looking at it again just before I spoke to you, but really awesome 8 women. You got Jordan Fordyce, we talked about from, she's from Canada, trained in France for a little bit. So we've got Moti Takwongi, who's actually from Scotland. Moti was brought up in, I believe, Kilmarnock area, Ayrshire. So obviously a fellow Scot. Danny McCormick, obviously your opponent, obviously an MMA fighter. So you'll love that'll be a good scrap for you because
a half, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hands come up from both of us.
Yes, they've got Raquel Gonzalez from Spain, Sarah Carney, Lily Rax from Iceland, and then Mira Rodriguez from Brazil. So a lot of different nationalities on that. It's going to be a lot of different styles of grappling as well.
Amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. As I said to you before, we tend to get, the women's pool is not that big. You tend to get the same people. So this is going to be amazing. Just a bunch of women that I've never met all over the country. I think it's brilliant when you meet people from other countries. And as you say, different styles come in. Just because something's big over here doesn't mean to say that's what they're doing somewhere else. If these other women as well are cross training, they're going to bring other bits and pieces from what else they're doing in it.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
It's got to be fast and it's got to be fun.
Yeah, it's definitely absolutely brilliant. As I said, an all-female event. I know me and you spoke off air. It's something that should have happened years ago, right? Because obviously we shouldn't now be 2022 just putting on a female event. Do you know what I mean? It should have been fucking 1992 or something that females should have been recognised in different events and so on. So it's come obviously very late, but obviously we're here now. So we're now managing to see not just the all-female events, we're also managing to see shows where there's like half a dozen female matchups on shows like Grapple Fest and things like that.
I mean, you usually find there's maybe one women's match, 2 women's matches. You're lucky if you're getting three in there, but to be honest, the amount of matches that are going to be on this and with the women around the world, it's seriously, I didn't actually quite realize how big of a women's event it is. Good to see. So they've had to pull from all countries. Not enough here.
Yes. Well, listen, there's a lot of women out there doing it now, so which is brilliant. And as I say, we're going to see more shows like this. We're definitely going to be seeing more shows. A lot of women I spoke to saying it's great having like an all-female event, but it would be even better to have like a mixed event where it was like 10 male fights and 10 women fights. So
to be honest, I mean, it's brilliant that they're doing the full female event. Hopefully, it's not just pervs that's watching it. But I think sometimes probably shouldn't have said that, should I? I think sometimes, the women get looked at differently, like we're something else because we're fighting. It's a different. But I think sometimes when you watch the women's matches, we're a lot more fun to watch because we're in there to go for it. But like you're saying, I don't think it specifically needs female event. It just needs more rounded events with a good balance.
Yeah.
But it's hard to match us women. There's a couple of comps I've had to pull out of because there hasn't been anybody, not even my weight, not even near my weight. Or I think the last Scottish one, there was no other blue belts in it.
Yeah.
Trying to pull it all together is not as easy as you would think.
Yeah. Listen, hopefully going to see a lot of shows coming up that's going to have that mix of male and female. So, and a good mix as well, as in not just one or two female fights, but do you know what I mean, half a dozen or 10, 15, or what, half the matchups, as they
Yeah.
should be women. As I say, there's definitely a lot of women out there, a lot of unbelievable women grapplers out there. So let's get them on shows. Definitely, let's get them on shows. So, Caroline, what's next for you then? So obviously, again, Grapple Queens is obviously your main focus. I know you've always got things planned. You've always got things. So, what do you see yourself doing?
Like I say, I've already got things booked up. So I've got a match up. I'm up against Caitlin again, no gi, for ADCC event with Craig McIntosh and Sterling. So that's at the end of the year. We were looking at now there was the EMAS, but it's the Christ, I can't think what it's called. There was the European version. It's
Yeah.
My name's in for that, so we'll see what happens. Also looking to get a match on Goliath in November. And I'm up for Grappling Industries in Berlin in December.
Nice. So,
all that.
Yeah. I've got it as well, because obviously I know I spoke to you at Goliath. Obviously, I know you were gutted, obviously, because you were supposed to be on that. So, but that was a great event as well.
Do you know what? It was really well run. I was well impressed. I went down, I took Fraser down. Obviously, I found out on Wednesday that I wouldn't be fighting, which I was pretty gutted about. But we went down and really well run. The guy that was running it was really good, kept in contact the whole shebang. So I'm hoping to be obviously looking to get matched. So I'm hoping to be on that one on the, what is it, the 6th of November? No. So, yeah, 6th of November.
6th November, yeah.
But I think they're looking for fighters just now. So I've got a feeling that could be quite a big one that keeps happening in Scotland.
Yeah.
Seem to sell out in the tickets. Good matches, good referees. But they did allow knees to the head in that one.
Yes.
One of my teams, we used that, and we won with that one.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It's all down to you got to listen in the rules meeting.
Yeah. I remember obviously we were talking about it after it, because obviously everybody was, if you remember, everybody was kind of standing around like, well, what's happening here? And nobody seemed to know what was going on. But then obviously everybody was there. Anybody that was at the rules meeting heard the rules, right?
Yeah.
And I remember you guys talking to me before, obviously it all kicked off, saying knees to the head. I'm like, well, that's what they said. Do you know what I mean? So well, definitely take advantage.
And they said knees to the head and elbows, and a few people went, "Pardon, what did you say?" They're allowing that, and it's like, yeah. And then half the fighters are like, "Yes." Nobody in those meetings didn't hear that. It wasn't like it was hush hush. And it was all, as I say, the fighters were like, "Oh my god, this is brilliant." And then it all kicked off, and folk are like, "You're going to get DQ'd." Well, no, we're not, because we listened in the rules meeting, and that's what was clearly said. Not one person turned around and says, "I'm not happy about this." But they didn't. But Fraser, absolute animal, that kid. Utmost respect to him. 17 old and an absolute machine.
Yeah. Nah, did well, did absolutely brilliant. So, I mean, it was a great event. It was a great event. So, hopefully, November just going to be as good as well. Really, really good. And hopefully, we're going to see the Duchess, Caroline, on there on November the 6th. So, and then final thing for you then, Caroline. So, obviously, again, as I mentioned, you've been around for a while. So, again, you've trained with a lot of great people over the years. So, but anybody you want to shout out to, friends, family members, teammates.
Whole shebang, friends, family, and teammates. Too many to say. You know, training is not just what we do in the gym. I've got runners that I go out with. I've got friends that help me out. You know, if you train to the impact that we do, there's a whole array of people. I even do aerobics classes, and I've got a group of all wifeys that help me out. Do you know what I mean? It's not just guys here, but absolutely love it all. Just love getting out, getting sweaty, and having a laugh with people. And obviously, family, as you noticed, my daughter obviously giving me into trouble on here already. So yeah, get to bed, Grace.
Hope you've done your homework, Grace.
Oh, wait, she's done her homework.
But listen, Caroline, absolute pleasure as always chatting with you. So guys, there we go. We've got Caroline Plumley, Aberdeen Combat Centre. Going to be heading over to Ireland this Saturday, the 3rd of September. Going to be going to Grapple Queens. Now, Grapple Queens is at the Dunny Mace Arts Centre in Portlaoise. Now, ticket availability, head over to either Grapple Queens or Grapple Kings Facebook page. We talked about Fight TV. Fight TV is the pay-per-view. Now, anybody looking to go for the pay-per-view, there's a couple of different payment options. $14.99 is the standalone pay-per-view price, but there is a monthly option, so a monthly direct debit. What's out at $4.99 UK money? It's about £4.19. So that's probably the most cost-efficient way to go, because obviously even after a month, if you don't like it, you can cancel it off, so it's only cost you £4.19. But as I say, there's a lot of things on there. You won't just get this event, but you'll get every other Grapple Queens and Grapple Kings events, also Grapple Fest events and stuff like that, all on Fight TV. So £4 a month, it's a lot better than Flow Grappling. So, but listen, Caroline, absolute pleasure. Thank you very much again for speaking to me. But looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, Caroline. Enjoy the rest of the training and enjoy Ireland when you head over.
Can't wait.
All right, take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.